I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. So this song is coming through because you're in between worlds right now. You're in between something. You're transitioning out of an old version of yourself into a new version of yourself. But it's not a girl, it's not a woman, it's not a boy, it's not a man. It's everything. It's a new form of human. It's a new way of being. So you could feel your old tendencies slipping away. The way you were doing things, you're no longer doing them, or you're just noticing that they're slowly slipping away and you're replacing them with much better perspectives, much better points of view, more beneficial points of view, ones that are going to help you ascend without fears. Fear of this person doing this, fear of this person doing this, that's no longer. My torch went out and I don't have any more fuel, so. One, two, three on the timer. I woke up and I was just sending you some star energy. I was communing with Venus this morning as well as some other stars and just kind of taking it all in when I encountered 4 stag, very close, and we just stared at each other for about 5 minutes and it was very beautiful. Then people had to get up and go to work. So yeah. Anyway, there's just a vibrancy from the planet. Mother Gaia, I believe, is healing, and I just got this deck. I love Kim Krans. If you know anything about these cards, or any of her cards, Alchemy and the Archetypes deck, she's amazing, and I don't know why, but I feel like it was just divinely guided. So something that you didn't do before, don't beat yourself up about it. And this could be something really small, this could be something really big. Don't beat yourself up about it because it was all divinely timed. Things needed to fall in place at exactly a certain time. Even me buying this deck, not knowing that it existed or knowing that Kim actually wrote this one, because I had seen other readers when I was getting messages and I was going through my dark night of the soul and I needed confirmations for what I was going through. I did see a lot of people have this, and I'm already noticing this morning on two readers. I try not to do too many readers, and I really like to listen to readers who have a clear, open, safe space and know themselves and know how to interact with the energies in a very safe way, because there are some that do not have energetic protection, and you can start feeling you can feel it, is my point. Or maybe this is something you're paying attention to and you're feeling things. Oh, I'm so excited. So let's do this together. So the bear is, I guess, the one at the bottom when you open it. Okay. I don't know if these do reversals or not. Lizard is what I'm splitting the deck to. If you're seeing any lizards, this is definitely going to be a message for you. It's being the calm in the storm. It keeps coming up. Being the eye in the calm of the storm, because others are going to be going through this, but you've already went through something like this. It's not like last time, is what I'm hearing. It's not like last time. What do they need to hear, Spirit? Camel. Interesting. Crescent moon. We are in a crescent moon, and actually you can see it during the day right now. So camel. Lizard is still at the bottom. Interesting. So let's take a gander here. I wonder if I'm supposed to. Wow, I like this. This is actually really short. It's not like multiple pages, which I appreciate the information, but sometimes it's a lot easier to go. Yeah, hold on. There's no. Yeah. Anyway. Resourceful, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger. The camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance. How do we start this reading? I'm pretty sure we were talking about not the girl or the woman or the boy or the man, but both. Both. And that's what you're doing. Fire and water. Being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So if you need to bring yourself into balance, if you don't feel like you're in balance or you just want to, be more in balance, go on a pilgrimage. Just go get lost. Go somewhere by yourself and just wander. Calm, content, and a sparkle in your eye. You have a sparkle in your eye. If you're out of balance, you could be lacking vitality or dehydrated, or somebody that's lacking vitality or they're dehydrated. They don't drink enough water. I'm just gonna take that as a sign because it's a conductor. It helps with the vibrations, the subtle energies. And I just went rollerblading down to the river and then took a shower and pampered and just, loved on myself a little bit. So I know I need to be drinking a lot of water. Anyway, let's get one more. What's one more? Oh my God, snake. And I see the flower of life. You're making connections. You're connecting something. The buffalo wanted to flip out. I'm not going to take it. Oh, it's by elements. Duh, Angel. Okay. We're learning, right? We're all learning. And it's awesome to learn this new world together. I love it. Oh, there we go. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Somebody's going after something themselves. They know. It's like you put your faith in the spirit. You're like, oh, I can't do this because I need to get this from this person. It's like you yanks that out. You're like, no, I'm done. I'm done. It's enough. Like, I'm not getting what I want from this situation or this person or this relationship or whatever it is. And you're almost like throwing a towel down or something, and you're like, I'm doing it. I'm doing something myself. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, oh my gosh, Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Kundalini yoga meditation. You know what is insane? I live in a college town, and there was a kid that just knocked on my door. They also sell pickles at the park, and I have some in my fridge. And they do a mile run. I guess they're starting functions. People are starting to build things. It's so beautiful to see this. And I guess they meet up and they do a 1 mile run. And then on Mondays, they said, oh, do you know that little daiquiri shop? I was like, I don't drink alcohol. And he was like, oh, they have non-alcoholic. He goes, we also do yoga there on Mondays. And then get this. My neighbors did move out, so it might have been them. But I woke up this morning and there was a yoga mat, a brand new one, all rolled up, never opened, at my door. I went to let the dog out, and it was and Spirit's like, you're going to be expecting a lot more gifts. Even yesterday, my son, we were looking at my phone. It's got this new feature where it shows like a clock in the corner through my case, and it shows animals. And we were going through, I just kept pushing the button to see which ones would show. And he's like, Mom, there's no shark. Where's the shark? So when I went to buy a vape later that day, it didn't work. I had to go back in, and I guess they stuck it on the charger so to see if it was just going to charge and then work, which you don't usually have to do. But I took it as a moment just to observe. Like, I'm here for a reason. No, there is no mistakes. There is nothing that when things don't go as planned, like the vape not working, me going back inside and just being honest, like I'm not, not upset or anything, like, hey, this isn't working. And just standing there as other people were getting their stuff checked out. And I was just looking around. There's a scratch off. I don't buy scratch offs for a very good reason. There was shark. Jaws. Jaws. And I was like, you know what? I was like, do you take debit? They're like, for the scratch offs? And they're like, yeah. So I bought it, took it home, gave it to my son. I was like, do you know what to do? I was like, you need a coin. You need to scratch it off. And of course, he didn't really understand. He brings it back to me and it's all like half scribbled. And my point, let me get to the point. He won $100. We won $100 on $5. Again, I am not telling anybody to go buy scratch offs. That is the last thing I would tell anybody. What I'm saying is, follow the signs. Follow and pay attention to what your children are saying, what your friends' children are saying, whatever conversations are showing up in your life. This is very potent time because you're going through a huge shift, a new awakening, a new level of this vital life force. And you're doing it alone. You're supposed to do it alone. You're supposed to believe in yourself and not try to get validation or explain anything to anybody else. Now, here in communities and finding and reaching out to people that actually have experience or have experienced things like this, I would do that. I would definitely do that. I wouldn't go about anything by yourself when confused. I do encourage doing things alone, going and pilgrimage, getting lost, or going somewhere just for the fun of it, because you never know when it's going to lead you to something very unexpected. Yeah. And I'm not talking about money. That's besides the point. That was just a nice little, again, we don't buy scratch offs, so I didn't even know if you could buy it with a card. I feel like we're getting off base here. So yoga, meditation. My point is pay attention. The signs are everywhere. Like this morning, getting the yoga mat. Yesterday with the lottery ticket. Like, pay attention. 1222. This is amazing though. I see you flourishing. You could be getting tons of gifts. And this energy is for people that choose it, for those who are keeping this frequency and believing in themselves. The camel energy, knowing that you have what it takes. It's your belief, it's your mentality, it's your mindset, it's your thoughts. It's, are you giving other people your energy and your thoughts and your opinions and having to fix all of their problems? Quit being the fixer. Quit it. These people need to, you learned about yourself and that's what you did. That's what I just heard. That's what you did. Okay, so I'm very excited for this because I ordered it and it was like the knockoff one. So when I went to Amazon, it said, oh, you ordered this like last year. And I saw on the pictures it had the real box. I was like, yeah, I ordered it, but it wasn't like this. So you received something like a year or two ago that was fake. It was the fake version. It was the fake version. And now you got the real deal. Come on. Okay, one second. Okay, we're back. I'm not going to, there was something fake. There was something that wasn't real and it was an illusion, and now you figured it out and you're busting through it. Also, there's something really significant about the moon because we have the moon in the camel, and maybe you realize it's on a crescent moon. May you always be on the inner quest. That's what you're doing. You can give this to yourself. Do you see the little bugs? You are communing with the divine, with spirit, and you're getting help from very unexpected sources. So you could be realizing that setting expectations, any kind of intentions, maybe you're picking up on others' intentions, Like, if they come to you with ulterior motives, you might be picking up on it. I would trust that feeling. Or if there's strings attached, or somebody else is trying to offer you something, but you feel there's something attached to it. You'll feel it. You'll feel it if they're giving it to you just because they want to give it to you, or if they're giving it to you for a certain, feel it, guys. What wants to go with this Six of Coins, please? Ace of Cups. You're ready for new love. You're ready for the divine to fill up your cup the rest of the way. You're like, I filled it half, and then spirit comes in and fills the other half. You are working with spirit. That's exactly, yeah. Whoever I'm talking to, you're not relying on outside sources. You're like, I can do bad all by myself. In the most respectful way, because you're respecting yourself and you're respecting spirit. I just heard you're getting, and then tingles just went down the center of my back. You're getting ready for the divine to come into you're housing more of you in your vessel. Spirit is pouring unconditional love into you. What is the resistance? Is there any resistant energy? I'll take 2. Something about 2 I don't usually do. What the heck? I'm going to take 2. Hold on. There's 6 of Wands. What? You're resisting taking your throne? Stepping? Hold on. You're resisting a path to success, a choice of triumph, of success. What, Spirit? Oh my God. 6 of Wands and the Lovers, Gemini energy, a choice, or this could be a lover. But I feel like this is the beast within. And there's roses again, like with yesterday's read. I need more. Spirit, give me a court card if this is an actual person. This is going to be a contradicting paradox reading. I have okay. No, okay. It is a choice of a path that you need to take. 8 of Wands. Very fast, too. Wands, a path of, man, this is almost like the other read. What's the other path? The Empress and the 6 of Cups. Being protected, being the Empress. Or are you gonna light something on fire? The 8 of Wands. That's Crow energy. Like, are you gonna set something on fire? Or are you gonna go to nostalgia, familiarity, but oh God, you're resisting making a choice is obvious, but you're working with spirit to refill your cup, and you're in the middle of a threshold. You're in the in-between. Yes, the Hermit. 8 of Cups just flipped out. You're going within, you're following your lantern. You're realizing that what you were being given, things in your environment, the emotion, that wasn't it. You know there's more. You know there's better. You could have realized that others were fake. I mean, I'm getting like these cups, they put stuff in there and it was fake. And when they handed it to you, you're like, I'm good. I'm okay. And they didn't expect that. Virgo energy as well. Again, there's those stags, antlers. Oh, gosh. 5 of Cups, loss energy, loss. Somebody's losing because their narrative is backfiring. Their spell work, their words, they're backfiring because there's a breakthrough on Somebody who did not know what they were messing with. Okay, this is interesting for sure. But I still need to know what this Eight of Wands is. I feel like, what is this Eight of Wands? I don't feel like the viewer is even thinking about burning anything down. Maybe just leaving it. Yeah, Six of Swords. You're on a boat. You're on a boat. You're leaving on a boat to the calmer waters. You see the shore. 2012. You're just mentally ready to move on. You're emotionally and mentally ready to move to calmer waters. Things falling into place. I mean, I don't think either one of your choices are negative. That's the thing. I don't think you can go wrong. That's why the Six of Wands is first. This is victory no matter what you choose. One more for the Empress and the Six of Cups, because we're trying to close out old familiar cycles and create new. So what is this? The Magician. I feel like on one, you're going to attract a lot of protection, a lot of magic, a lot of divine play. The other one is for you to, you'll end up leaving something. Things will fall into place. One more for the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords. A lot of movement there. The sun. Towards the sun. Towards happiness. Towards Horus. Is that Horus? I don't think, is that Horus? You guys. Whoever you are, you can't go wrong. 222. You can't go wrong. Like, your resistance is amazing. Who gets this kind of resistance? Okay. But I feel like you're the one that needs to make the choice. You. Nobody else. You. Hermit. Eight of Cups, walking away. You might have a child. No child left behind. Five of Pentacles. What the hell is that about? What is that about, please? There is a illusion that you are in the Five of Pentacles. That's an illusion. If you don't think you have resources, if you don't think you have money, it's an illusion. Somebody put, yeah, 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Because I pulled the 7 of Cups. But first I saw the 5 of Pentacles. But I didn't take it out. And I was just asking myself, what's that about? Why was the 5 of Pentacles wanting to be seen? And then the 7 of Cups, because there's an illusion of a lack. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Answer some questions. Put in ChatGPT 5 questions to overcome poverty mindset, or think rich, or Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, good God. Think Rich. There's so many books to change the mindset, or questions that can help. Yeah, because there's a 3. Oh, send that away. Whoever you are, you already know that magic is possible. You already know the divine can literally come in and flip it at the very last second. That is how we like our shows, and they're watching us. This is, in the higher realms, this is a TV show. They watch us. We watch TV. They watch us. This 3 of Swords, that somebody's going to stick a knife in your back and heartbreak you and all this, it is a never-ending mother freaking story, and it's got to end. What's their advice, Spirit? What is their advice? And also, if you do know a Virgo, it's clearly saying it's time to say goodbye. Or this is Virgo energy, like analytical, being way up in your head, having to overthink everything, like Pisces, North Node Pisces, dreamy, sometimes delusional. What did I freaking ask? forgot what I asked. Remember, angel, remember. Because the Queen of Coins came out. Advice. Oh gosh, thank you. Queen of Coins. Loving and nurturing, but focused on your bag. I also see a snake here, so Kundalini energy. You could be I'm telling you, whoever you are, you're working with Mother Nature. You're really connected to this simulation. That's how people. I don't really like that word because people are giving it like we're supposed to be no, you're supposed to wake up and realize the divine matrix and have fun. And let those other ones play in your face, and they don't even know you, a whole divine being up in here. Your advice is the Queen of Coins. One more. The Fool. Because it's time for your new beginning. It's time to take a leap of faith and let Spirit catch you and trust, because you trust yourself. The King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. You know how to hold your head up above water. You know how not to drown in the emotion. You know how not to stay there because you know it's not really yours. And if it is yours, you acknowledge it. Okay, well, I learned that lesson. Let's keep moving it. And even taking a day where you need to lay down and rest and you don't want to be bothered by anybody, set it up. Make time for yourself. You're showing love and compassion to yourself, which means you're showing love and compassion to the divine, because the divine is trying to have experiences through you. And the more integration of your both sides with the camel and the snake, like whoever you are, you're very powerful. You're very, very, very powerful. What is their outcome? Page of Wands, new growth. It's almost like, I guess I could use that example. I used to live at a certain state in a certain area, and when I said I wanted to move to Hollywood, California, I got one of my friends, or so-called friends at the time, was like, why would you go there and just be like a 7 out of 10 when you could stay here and be a 10 out of 10? All I heard in my head was like, dude, I could go level up, and then if I came back here, I'd be like 14. I took it as like a way to level up because I was just done. There was nothing more in that place for me. And maybe that's something you're realizing. There's nothing more in the place that you're at. Or you're being asked to build something where you're at and manifest what you need. Or it's time to move on to something different. The sun could be guiding you. Ra. Page of Wands, again, as your outcome, just new growth. That's what I'm getting from this card, is what I was trying to get to. So like how I moved, and I had to get knocked down a couple pegs, but it also gave me enough room to grow even more. So with the Page of Wands, I'm getting like new, like you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of information underneath your belt. So going into this new adventure, new horizons, new passion, new whatever, Eat some bananas, by the way. Yellow. You need to eat yellow. Why the 9 of Swords? Oh. Others. Oh. Try not to get distracted by other people trying to come in and give you love offers, because they, in a higher dimension, there are other things at play that are trying to distract you. They want you up in your head on this new adventure, at this new horizon. They want, because there's the 9 of Swords coming out with the Page of Wands and also the Knight of Cups. So the outcome, if you are looking for a partner, know that if you put in the work and you keep focusing on yourself and the mission and your connection with the divine, it's going to eventually happen. But it's not going to be when you think, and it's not going to be when you're searching. It's not even going to be when you're asking. That is how the divine really wants to show up and show out for you, because they know it has the biggest impact. So any way that you can to disconnect from thinking somebody externally from you. And whoever you are, I have a feeling that you're asking the divine to bring somebody into you that has also been in union with their higher self. And that is beautiful. But there's going to be some distractions. There might even be some frequencies and energies, or maybe there's thoughts that you get inside your head. Or this new, strength card, wrestling the crocodile, the beast within, but tame lovingly. And it's also uncovering that the lion is actually a crocodile. I have not read this deck. I mean, I never had the book. They didn't send me the book with the fake one. I didn't have an instruction manual, so... Spirit is so freaking funny. You didn't have a book. You didn't have a certain book, and now you have a book. And you read the book. You have the book now. You know stories. You know things now. It's not like last time. It's not like last time. Is what I keep hearing. I think this is just, we can't look at the future and be like, it's going to be all sunshines and rainbows. No, new levels, new devils, but so it's never going to be like it was before. 3131. It's never going to be like that. And whoever you are, like, you can't fail as long as you keep moving. Like, as in, and I don't moving. Keep taking a step every single day. Keep being you. Keep just, and that, I don't need to add anything because there's so much movement here. There's so much success. Gemini energy. I feel like this Gemini season, you could have been getting warnings about Gemini, twin, Gemini, and it was all just a trick. It was a trick to see if you were going to choose you. Maybe last time you didn't choose you. Maybe you were looking for something outside of you. Oh, is this my person? Is this my person? Is this what they were talking about? Is this what? And you had to really do a lot of deep diving and healing on yourself to realize it's you. You are the prize. It is you. You. Okay. So, I'm going to pull one more. I don't know why. Maybe because I just really like these cards. King of Cups still came out. We're going to finish it with the King of Cups because you're the king. Because you have tamed your dragon. You know how to walk on water. You know how to handle emotions, your emotions. And so when you see other people's emotions, you also have learned to have compassion. Compassion. What did all of the great people in the past have? Compassion. Also be around kids and animals right now. You're so courageous. You're so compassionate. You're so loving. So there are going to, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. There are energies, is what I was about to say, that want to put you in your feelings. Those feelings are not yours. They are theirs. Their regrets. Their, interpretation of things. Something about a red fairy. We have a red fairy in the house. All right, I'm sure, because I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't rise above it. And don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Spirit wants more of your love. Your higher self wants more of your love. Do that. Hummingbird and lamb. That's funny. You can know an Aries. Something about the Lamb of God. Hummingbird. I already know this is like one of the most beneficial cards in here because I have seen somebody do a reading and that stuck with me. It really, really stuck with me. Where's air? Where's the air? All right. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. You're spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar. and it returns to those sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. If you want to keep this in balance, take a class. We were just talking about yoga, or just seeing if there's any flyers. Sometimes there's free stuff. Check with your libraries. When in balance, smart, curious, and loves to learn. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. No, nobody wants to learn that way. Nobody can retain information. People are going to remember how you made them feel. And if you shared some kind of knowledge or some kind of epiphany, most of the time you're not even going to know it. That's why just being you and sitting in that energy and being that energy is so important, because you're the hummingbird. You have a lot of potent energy. You can notice, just pay attention to how you feel. Whoever you are, you're so amazing. You are so in touch with nature and the cycles and spirit and yourself. And you're doing something amazing here. You're cutting through the bull. You're not letting the fears and the illusions of pain, because you know that you're within the Divine Mother and Divine Father both. And you are guided, you're protected if that's what you believe. And if there's any fears that come up that are saying, oh no, but this all of that, just tell Spirit, I need you to take this. I need you to take this. I don't want the paranoia. The paranoia is an illusion. It's an illusion. It's done. It's in the past, guys. It's an echo that we have to sit and be the eye in the storm, in the calm, and let it pass. Remember to go to your center. Remember to connect to the divine, and you will be fine. You will be fine. I love you so much. The universe loves you so much. And everything's working out for your best and your highest good. Until next time.